we want to introduce you guys to Calvin and Shakur.
Aunt Steph and Uncle Derek.
So our wedding anniversary is 10/7.
Mhm.
Theirs is 10/6.
Right.
So
Same year.
Married for how many years?
35.
35.
years.
October 6th will be 19 years.
Mm-hmm. And tell us how you guys met.
So Tom and I were working at Village Prep School, school for adjudicated youth. And Tom, as Tom mentioned, Tom and Calvin have been friends for a really long time. Calvin was looking for a job. Tom told him about Village Prep.
Okay.
And then he started working there as well. So that's where we met.
I was in Philadelphia on City Line Avenue. And sometime many moons ago, there was a nightclub there called The Library. And I happened to be at the library with a couple of my girlfriends. And it was getting towards the end of the evening when the lights and things are starting to come up. And this young man approached me. And I can't remember exactly what he said, but I kind of thought, okay, here we go. Somebody's approaching me now. You know, the lights are up. They're looking for something a little different, maybe. So,
Oh, sure. I'll take it from here. And I approached her and I said, I've been looking at you all night. You know, she says to me, well, where you been? I said, dang, this is starting off great.
That was in 98, December.
Okay.
December. So I started working there before him, but by the time he came, it was December of 1998.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like Christmas party was when we like really started talking, and the rest is history.
So how long were you dating before you actually got married?
About 3 years, 4 years.
I think it was about 3 or 4 years.
How long did you guys date before you got engaged?
So we got engaged February of 2001.
Okay.
So like a little over 2 years.
Mhm.
What top 5 things would you give them for longevity?
what's the recipe for
Yeah.
your marriage?
Well, marriage is a holy matrimony, right? So when you talk about holy, we're talking about Christ. Okay,
Right.
That's your number one focus.
I'll start with one thing that comes to the top of my head. When we first got married, like I said, we were young.
Mhm.
And if we had an argument or a disagreement or just, it was like, it could be like a big deal, then like a silent treatment, then like we had to go through this like whole process.
Mhm.
And over time that has changed. So now we still have arguments, of course, we still have disagreements,
Mhm.
but now it's like, whatever, we kind of go away from each other for a while. And then I'm like, okay, what we having for dinner?
Right.
Kind of just,
It's short.
Move on past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the issue is still there. And
Right.
we find a better time to talk about it.
Okay. Number 2, you have to trust your partner. You have to trust your partner and know your partner. I'll leave you 2.
That's your
Let's
math.
leave it 3.
3. Then I get
No, 2.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
Oh.
I'm a preacher, not a pastor.
Talking to other folks,
Mhm.
like some successful people.
Communication.
Okay.
I also think that you've got to be willing to work at it. It's not just something you just think it's going to go, because there's going to be times that you're so in love, and there's going to be times like we can take it or leave it. But I mean,
Right.
part of it, you just have to be willing to work at it and put forth that effort, because it's very easy to say, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore.
But you gotta be careful who you talk to.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah.
you gotta be somebody who's kind of on the same level, but you can't just get that advice from just or talk to just anybody.
Don't let money come in between you two. It's the mutual evil. And that's what the devil knows, is to put that money out there to try to separate you two. Keep that in mind.
This is a true statement. Like you hear it when you're young. Finance can mess up a romance. Like being broke is tough. So and being broke in a relationship is even worse.
Once again, thank you for being a part of this very special episode of the 10/7 show, the anniversary episode.
But thank you for including us.
Absolutely.
No
Thank
problem.
you for agreeing to join. We appreciate it.
We'll probably do it again.
Anniversary.
Thanks for
Thank you.
Thank you very much.